Hi people, this is Nettie again. Okay, today I want to talk about the coronavirus. It is affecting lots of places, especially New York, Italy. I don't know if they gotten better, and it's affecting Puerto Rico too. You know, we started with around 4 people. They came into Puerto Rico. They went over San Juan, they did everything they did, and so the people got affected. You know, San Juan is a place that a lot of people go. It's the capital of Puerto Rico. So that's why a lot of people go there. They go to the island because there's a lot of beautiful things here, you know, that you could go like riverside, you know, like before the river. They got these things that waterfalls and all that stuff. So people like to come to Puerto Rico because of that. A lot of people has come to live Puerto Rico. You know, they are doing gardening here in Puerto Rico. And, you know, we are American citizens by birth. And how you call it? But we are American citizens, but with no rights. You know, we can't vote for the president. We can't virtually do nothing, you know. Just kind of beg when we need something. As simple as that. But anyway, I wanted to clear this out because I know the topic I'm going to bring in, I don't want them to say, oh, what those people, they're not even American and they talking and this and that. We are American. And I'm double American because I was born in the United States. I was born in Brooklyn. I moved to Puerto Rico when I got married. I had my kids here in Puerto Rico, but they're American citizens because they were born in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, everybody that is born in Puerto Rico is American citizen. The only thing is that, how you call it, that even though we are Americans, we don't have much rights. We don't vote for the president. We don't vote for just governor here, you know. And how you call it? We don't, you know, we don't have anything. So we go to the war. You know, when there's a war, they take us. You know, they take Puerto Ricans. But hello, you don't got the same rights as the people over there. The how you call it? The militaries over there. We got less. So that's how it works here. But we are very proud to be American. We are very proud of our president. We are very proud of the people here. You know. And I started fighting with the government, you know, wanting to be a state because of the economics and because of we don't have no rights, you know. I saw so many unjust things with elderly. You know, they in bedridden. If the neighbors don't come and help out, they there. You know, the majority of people that has kids, their kids have gone to the States. And a lot of them have forgot about their parents. You know, so that's the problem we have here too. We think that if we are American citizens, we should be treated the same. The same. I'm not saying, because a lot of people think that we say we want to be treated the same, but we don't want to work, and we just want the benefits. And that's not true. That is not true. You know, there's a lot of people who work here. The ones that don't want to work, they always find an excuse not to find a job. You know. And some of them don't find a job because they're not either qualified for it or whatever. So my daughter, she took over 7 months when she wanted to start working again because she had just a baby, so she was giving that year, and now she started working, you know. So I'm trying to explain this because every time that I put out a video talking about the Americans, a lot of people who's not educated, they go, what are you talking about the Americans? Puerto Rico is not part of the United States. So I'm making this all clear out. So from the beginning, you already know we are American citizens. But we are American citizens with no rights. And that's what we're fighting for, our rights. This coronavirus is driving a lot of people into the hospital. We caught it by a couple of people who came, outsiders. If they would have not came, no outside people would have came, we wouldn't even got the coronavirus. But we had a cruise, we had 2 persons sick, we had, a guy that came to visit a family, and he got sick, and she got sick, an elderly woman. There was, which I thought at that time, they should have closed up everything. You know, entertainment stuff. That is not necessary. Entertainment stuff, you don't need that. So they didn't. So when the mayor didn't do anything about it, did not close nothing, did not do. We don't even know where the heck she's at anyway. You know, because she hasn't done much for someone. So and she did fight a lot with Trump. That's the only thing I give her. She fight it up with Trump. That's all she knew how to do. Wow, for the Puerto Rico. So this lady did not close up the entertainment. The government did not close up the entertainment. Nobody closed up the entertainment. And what happens? There was a concert. And this guy came to the concert where everybody's like cramped in together. And the coronavirus already was here. It's not to be hanging out in those places. So it got full and everybody was like, yeah, you know. It spread it. So all this spread it, but it wasn't because of us. We didn't go outside and come back and get it, and was already infected. The people that were outside decided to come to Puerto Rico, you know, to end the cruise and whatever. So now we got the coronavirus. They running out of, hospitals. They opened the other hospital. They hadn't finished it. I think they finished it already, and now they're using that to get people with coronavirus going there. Now, my worry is people like a group of Michigan. Yes. And what I'm going to say, I already told him, I wrote him, YouTubers, if you're a YouTuber, be responsible. Be responsible. Do not lie to the people. Like I've seen people say, oh yes, I drank this plant and I got cured. You look at their video, the videos, there's nothing there that he got sick. You see videos, but there's no sickness in there. And I think that, this has to stop. This has to stop. You know, what I see is that they taking this as a joke. This guy, I said, look, don't keep messing around with the people's brain. You don't get cured by a little plant or something like that. And there's no video of you sick. So how the heck are you going to tell me, oh yeah, you were sick? So I got pissed off because, I might not be a great YouTuber because when I started, I worked hard for it, but YouTube decided even though we had Maria, I couldn't, I needed just I think it was 200, 300 to get my 4,000 views. And I couldn't do it because Maria. They didn't give us a chance after that. You down, that's it. So now I'm doing longer videos because I've been learning from serious people who's teaching for free. And they say don't make 2 or 3 minutes video. Make at least 10 minutes. So I've been trying to do that. And the coronavirus is hurting a lot of people. And it bothers me because I see that Michigan is saying we are American citizens, we have the right, our constitutional right, and blah, 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 blah. And then they go in a protest. What I think is that the president or the governor or whoever's in charge, if they start getting affected, lock them down. Why should every other next state has to get infected? If they start getting infected for being irresponsible, lock them down. Because it's not fair that everybody is staying home trying to do the things right, so this virus could go away, and they're being irresponsible. I think that when you are a certain age, you should have brains. Yeah, brains. And when you have brains, you do the right thing. And the right thing is staying home. The right thing is, no matter what, stay at home. Just go out for the necessity, like for grocery, whatever, and then lock yourself home. There's many things you could do. The day don't give me enough time to do all the things I want to do. I got obsessed with doing soap. And thank you, girls from YouTube. Thank you. Because I went into YouTube and I found a lot of people giving their, their ways of doing the soap, the dishwashing liquid, and the detergent for washing clothes. Those are the two I've done already. I did also the aloe vera with the alcohol, that they showed. And I did not buy the jelly. I just did it directly from the plant. And there's things to do. So many things to do. I take care of the girls. I take some time. Mira, mamita, this is the way you wash your hands. You check your nails, and they're not dirty. You put your other nail, clean it out, wash it like this. Not just, little kids, they just go like, and just put the hands in there. So I've been teaching like the baby. The girl, the 10-year-old knows, but the 2-year-old doesn't, So I've been teaching her how to do it. Then I tell her, look, I leave the hand sanitizer on top of the table. After you wash your hands, use a little bit of hand sanitizer. And she puts that hand sanitizer. She loves putting cream on. She loves makeup. She likes jewelry. So I tell her when I die, I give her all my jewelries and all that stuff, my makeup and everything. Even though I don't use a lot of makeup unless I'm going out. So, and all that stuff. But you got to teach the kids why. And I explain to them, look, mamita, you cannot be hanging out with friends outside or nothing like that. Because why? Because there's a sickness in the air. And if you catch it, you're going to be sick. They're going to put it, they're scared of injections. So I say, they're going to be putting injections on you left and right. So the little one tells me, I don't want to go outside. I play here. And there's so many ways of you doing this. Learn how to do that. For the ladies. Learn how to do that. Educate yourself in planting. Educate yourself in whatever you would like to learn. But don't come around and say, there ain't nothing to do at home. Let me go and hang out. There's a lot of things you could do at home. I be all day cooking, cleaning, doing this, doing that, and everything else. Taking care of the girls and, And at the long time, at the long run, when I get tired, I put a video. And I watch a movie. And in between that, of course, I pray also. That's the first thing in the morning, to pray. And then the rest of the day, I'm over there, And then in the night, I say, thank you, Jesus. You made me go through one more day. And, how you call it? You have to stay at home. Michigan. Please, Michigan. Don't do that to yourself. Because if you go out and you protest and you do this and you do that, The coronavirus is not going to go, oh wow, he's an American, let me not touch him. No. The virus is going to get anybody that's being irresponsible. Some of them, not because they're irresponsible, it's because it's hard. You know, they say don't touch your face. But you got to tell them more why you cannot touch your face. If, let's say, somebody with the virus, they went, they touched the table, you come and you touch the table, and you this, right there you got your hands infected. And then you keep around touching, and everything's getting infected, and whatever. And then your eyes itch. How do you think you got it? Yes. By that infected hand that you have, and scratch your eyes. Or went like this because your nose was itching. You know. Or you got something in your lip and you go, ah, yeah. And then you go, you know. Things like that. Those are the places where you get your virus. And that's what people don't know. You go to the store, you touch everything that everybody else touched it. And then you come, oh yeah, I'll take a bath later. Let me go and eat something first. And everything you touch, you infect it. Little kids come around, touch your son, daughter, whatever, touch all that, she gets infected. And what happens then? The family is infected. We got to be more responsible, Michigan. More responsible. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm not trying to, humiliate you. None of that. I'm just trying to save you. I'm just trying to tell you how you could get this. It's not. It doesn't go like, you know. And it has its priorities. If your immune system is bad, drinking, smoking, you know, maybe drugs, whatever, it knocks down your immune system. If you're diabetic, high blood pressure, you got problems with breathing, like asthma and stuff like that, it'll take you down. So what I'm trying to say is, people, be safe. Stay at home. Entertain yourself at home. It's just a matter of using your brains and say, okay, it's for my own good. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I don't know. If you like sewing, sew. If you like making cars for the guys, make cars, little cars. You know. And then you save them up, and maybe for Christmas you could give it to a couple of kids. But don't go out. Because if you go out, you are exposing yourself and getting sick. And then you come home, and then you expose your kids. If you love your kids, don't expose them. That's all I'm asking. Don't expose your kids. They have the right to live with no fear. Okay? And then afterwards, like, I seen teenagers infected, crying, telling other kids, other teenagers, don't do it. I thought I was invincible, and right now, look what happened to me. So, and if your immune system is low, you know, or you have some sort of sickness, or like me, that I'm 65, you know, so that means that you could get it very easily. You know, and you could die. So let's be responsible. Let's show the teenagers what you have to do. Don't wait for things to be bad and then cry. You know, God gave us a brain to think. God gave us a brain to learn how to control our emotions. God gave us a brain to know what's wrong and what's right, and pay the consequences when you do things wrong. So people, be good. Stay at home. Not because we want to, not because of anything, it's because you're going to protect your own kids. The kids are the most loved, at least in my case. My two kids are grown up. One is going on 31, the other one's going on, the youngest one is going on 31, and the other one's going on 32. The girl. I got a girl and a boy. And they're my life. And I will never Never risk it and hurt them. Okay? So be safe. Think about your family. Think like a grown up, not like a little teenager. Oh yeah, I got the right, I got the right. Nah. What right or whatever. If the coronavirus don't know your rights, forget about it. This ain't got nothing to do that you're American, you're Puerto Rican, you're Italian, you're this. No, it doesn't matter. Okay? So whatever race you come from is gonna hurt if you get it. And then you might pass it to your kids. Then don't say you wasn't warned. God bless you all. Bye-bye.